Hollywood. Am I on? Am I on? What up, everybody? It's your girl Melissa. Woo woo, y'all. It is Friday, everybody. How are you doing today? It is lovely. It is beautiful outside, and I've just been enjoying the day. Somebody, if you are here and you are live in the chat, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that share button, say hello, let me know you're here. And while y'all are there, let me tune in over here. Let me get into this live feed dashboard so I know who is here. All right, hold on. All right, so we have Own Alaska.
Number 2, top one.
Ah!
Top one. Now you're on.
Y'all, it happens. I'm never here, but I'm here. All right, thank you, Chicago, for tuning in. We have New York tuning in. We have, ooh, I don't know how to say that name. Of course, Colorado tuning in. Concepcion tuning in. Thank you guys so much from all over the world. California, we got tuning in. All right, thank you guys. Florida tuning in. Thank you so much for hanging out and tuning in today. We're going to be quick today, y'all, because, you know, sometimes the show just happens and it just goes and people don't show up. And you just got to roll with the punches and be here, all right? But let me tell you, you know, one thing that I've learned, okay, I don't know about y'all, but when I read my Bible, right, scriptures stick with me. And there is a scripture that says, be prepared in and out of season. And the reason why I bring that up, because it's like, you know, that scripture never became more real to me than when I started working in radio. Because you'll have people lined up and people like, I'm going to be there, get me on your show and all of this stuff, right? And then they don't show up and you're like, oh my gosh, what's going on, what's happening? And you're prepared for this guest, but you're not prepared for when they don't show up. And so when I started working here, that scripture like really came to life to me. Like, I always knew it. It's always in the back of your head, you know, like those things that you always know, they're always there, they're always stuck in the back of your head because you've seen it, you've read it, you've done it, like you know what it is. And it's never real to you until it happens to you. Well, that's how that scripture is with me. And it is so more real when you are here on the radio. Be prepared in and out of season, because then when people don't show up, you're not here looking like a fool, like your girl, okay? Just kidding, I don't look like a fool. But you're not here looking all crazy and weird because your guest didn't show up. You're already prepared, you're ready, you're set to go, and things are happening. So y'all, I just want to hang out with you today because I do have, okay, let me tell you, I do have a great lineup of people after today, and I'm super excited for what's to come on the show. There has been some great guests. You know, those of you who follow Ignite with Melissa on Facebook and you see all the updates, right? You know, I've been speaking with Lifetime and the actors that are from the shows ripped from the headlines. We just spoke with Gina Gershon, Gabrielle. I'm not going to say her last name because I know I'm going to butcher it because I always do. But you know, just so many people and so many cool new people coming on, and we're being able to interview and talk to and be a part of. And this week, y'all, your girl got to talk to some people from Lifetime. Let me tell you who they are. I'm gonna pull it up right now, okay? Um, but I had a virtual past press day the other day. I got to speak with Danica. All right. This is more from Ripped from the Headlines, which will be coming up next week. The excuse me, the Hillsdale adoption scam. That's from Ripped from the Headlines, right? Let me get the other ones from you. That we have on here, and got to speak with some awesome people. Um, I'm probably saying her name wrong, but her name was Tamala Jones, Brian White, and like that whole cast from Every Breath She Takes, y'all. And then the series coming out in April, the Nicola Mitchell story called Giving Hope, right? And I got to speak with Tatiana Ali, come on somebody, and Nicola Mitchell herself, and the story about her. And so many amazing things coming up. Speaking with Lifetime and the cast there, and just a lot of great things going on. And so I'm super excited to share those upcoming interviews with y'all and what's happening and what's going on. Also, I have some amazing guests coming up here on Ignite with Melissa. Next week, we will be talking with Charlie Fox. And so excited. She's based out of Denver, a singer. She'll be here on Ignite with Melissa. And then I have Maria. If you guys don't know who Maria is, she is now on Sundays here on KUHS Radio. With Canciones de Domingo with Maria, and she will be our guest. We'll be introducing you to her on the following Friday. And then a new KUHS on-air personality, Juliet, who will be coming on April 7th. So we got such a great lineup coming up for you guys. Some great interviews, and so I'm just super excited to have some more things happening. But I want to hear from you guys because, you know, as you guys know that I've done this in the past, but I love to hear from you. This show isn't just what I have to say and what I have for you, but I love to know the topics and the things that you guys want to hear about, right? We did a whole thing a while back on called Let's Talk About It. Excuse me, so sorry. But we did a whole thing on Let's Talk About It, and it was so good. We talked about church hurt, we talked about boundaries, we talked about relationships, and it was just so good. All the things that were brought up, all the things that were said, and it was awesome to get all of your guys' feedback. And I love when you guys participate because we get to know what you want to hear, what you want to talk about, what you want to see. And so if there are topics that you guys want to hear about or talk about or want to know more about, drop it in the comments below, especially those of you that are on the live. I know those of you that are just listening on air, you know, you're not there to put in, but you can always call in. You can always call into the radio at 720-386-0513, and you can leave your topics that you want to talk about on there. You can always send a message on Ignite with Melissa, and we'll get your topics there. But if you are here live, I would love to know the things that you guys care about, the things that you want to hear, the things that you want to talk about, and let's start discussing them because, you know, it's you guys that allow me to do what I do, and I want to be on here to not just be talking about whatever, but also being able to talk about the things that you want to know, the things that you want to hear, things that will help change and transform you, the things that are dear to your heart, those topics, things that maybe you've wanted to always talk about, but you were maybe afraid to say anything. And so this is a platform that you're able to put in that request and that we can bring it up, and then you can ask the questions that you want to ask, you know. And so it works as a two-way relationship, right? I'm able to do what I do because of you, for those of you that continue to listen, for those of you that continue to tune in every Friday and that are here with me and that support me and that support KUHS Denver, and just an overall like great thing, right? And so I want to know what you guys want to know so I can bring those topics and those subjects to you. And I see that there are comments, but I don't know why they're not showing up right now, or I can't see them anyway. So I do see that there's a couple comments there. So bear with me. Go ahead and like hit bump or something, like bump it again so that I can see it. It shows that there's something there. So just go ahead and put that in. But yeah, I want to know what you guys want to talk about and do. But on that subject, today I was thinking it is beautiful weather. And I don't know about y'all, but I love to travel. I haven't traveled in a while. Probably most of us haven't, right? When COVID hit, it was kind of like blah, everything fell. All these past couple years have just blended into one. But now, now that things are back on track, I feel like for me in my life, I am ready to just go explore the world and do new things and have fun and not wait on anybody. I think I've waited so long on people to be like, do you want to go with me? Do you want to go here? Do you want to go there? And people always say like, yeah, we want to go hang out, but then no one ever shows up, right? Or no one ever follows through, and your plans always just break apart. But this is the year that I want to travel. I want to travel more. I want to do more things. I want to get out there. And as cliche as this probably sounds, I just want to live like every day like it's my last day. Like if this was your last day, what would you do today? How would you be a better person today? What are the things that you would do without hesitation? Where would you go without hesitation? Who would you want to spend your time with? All those things, right? And I am just so excited. Like, all right, we're going to be ready to finish the first quarter, right? And those of you who are like, what do you mean first quarter? Business wise, everything falls in 4 quarters, right? You got January, February, March, that's your first quarter. April, May, June, that's your second quarter. July, August, September, your third quarter. And October, November, December, your fourth quarter, right? So everything falls in quarters. Well, this first quarter is already getting ready to end. Whoa, that was confusing. But it's getting ready to end. And I'm just thinking, all right, I set my plans for the year. And it wasn't even material things, nothing material, just so you're aware. I don't even know if I shared my plans with you guys on my vision. I believe in writing things down. It says in scripture in Habakkuk 2:2, write the vision and make it plain. And I believe that so much. You need to write things down. You need to make it plain. You got to know what your goals are, what your vision is, what you're doing. You can't be going aimlessly everywhere, right? And so all that to say is that my goals this year were nothing materialistic, not even nothing that like it's crazy, just nothing, right? So just a lot of my stuff was just I want to get closer to God. I want to know him more in a personal relationship. And one thing it always brings me back to is that scripture that God says that he wants to give you life and life more abundantly. And it's like, man, God, how can I live my life more abundantly? One, obeying you, following you, doing what you've called me to do, spreading your word, right? But also when it's not that we're here and we're just not doing anything. Like he wants to have us, like, give us life and have it more abundantly, to be able to go do those things that we can do, right? To enjoy this beautiful earth, to enjoy his creation, to enjoy all those things that maybe we only get to see once in a lifetime, but be able to go see it and enjoy it. And so I'm on this new travel kick. My boss, my jefe here is like, probably both of my bosses at both jobs are probably like, what the heck? You need to be at work, not be telling me you're going on vacations every other month. But that's just what's going to happen. I'm going to be on vacation right now every other month. So I want to know, what places have you guys gone to that you just love and are just some amazing places to travel, whether in the States or internationally? Like, I want to travel. I have a top 3 bucket list, probably the weirdest bucket list ever, right? I don't know if you guys have your top 3 travel places. Some might have a top 5. I don't know. But I know I have my top 3 travel places, right? Totally weird. First one, of course, foremost, that I've been trying to do forever now. And for some reason, it always falls through. And you know what? I'm going to make it happen. My goal is to make this trip happen by 2025. That is my goal. You guys heard it here first. So let's make this happen. Help me make this happen. But on my top of my list, right, is Israel. Israel is on top of my list to go for places to travel. I would love to go visit the Holy Land. I would love to go see the Via Dolorosa where Jesus walked. I would love to go, to the Sea of Galilee. I would love to see all of that. I would just love to be a part. I would want to see, the Garden of I can never say it right. Gethsemane? I can't say it right. Don't judge me. But I would love to see it, like where Jesus prayed. And it is just so crazy. Like, I would love to see that. And that is on my top list to go. And God willing, I'll be able to. And I would love to take my dad there. So that is on my top number 1 travel is to go to Israel. My second, right, would be South Africa. I would love to go to South Africa. I'm hoping to make it out there. And Pastor Caesar, if you're listening, if you come across this by any chance, I am making it to Port Elizabeth. I'm there to support. I love you and your family so much. You guys have just been so amazing in so many ways, and you have always just inspired me in so many ways, and just have been there. And you remind me so much of my dad, and I've told you that before. You remind me of my dad, but Pastor Caesar's out there doing his thing, preaching the word, preaching the gospel out there in Port Elizabeth. And out there, they've come from South Africa. They were there for like 10 years, and then they came back to the States, and then God called them back to open up a church there in Port Elizabeth. And so I'm so excited. I want to go see Pastor Caesar and his family. But South Africa is my second on my list to go. And third, I know it sounds crazy, but my third is Antarctica, y'all. I want to go to what they call the end of the world, right? And so those are like my top 3. Of course, there's plenty of places inside the States that I want to go and that I'm so excited to go to. I'm going to be going to Chicago in May, so super excited for that. I'm super excited to see my friend Stephanie, that I miss her so much. She is such a bright light. But being able to go see her and go visit Chicago, that's going to be exciting. I'm super excited for that. June is New York, so super excited to go to New York and have that trip, and that's good. I'm looking forward to that. I love New York. Super excited about who I'm going with, and yeah, you can see me smiling, cheesing. But super excited to go. And just so many places I want to go to and things I want to do, right? And I'm like, you know what? I just want to live life and have fun and take my kids places, go places, do things with my family. Like, the more and more I get older, because I'm old, y'all, I don't care what you say, but I'm old. I have earned these strands of glitter in my hair, so don't judge. But as I get older, there's nothing more important to me than spending time with family, your closest friends, excuse me, and the people, excuse me, and the people that you are close to. And that is my focus this year. Although I want to travel and want to do stuff, my focus is just to spend more time with the people that I love. I think we get so caught up. I don't know, maybe it's just me. You get so caught up in the things that you're doing, whether it's work, your own ambitions, your own dreams. If you're an entrepreneur like myself, always out there doing, things, trying to make things happen, are making things happen, but you got to constantly be moving. There can't be stagnation. You got to have momentum. But if you're constantly moving, you're constantly not taking time out and enjoying the now, if that makes sense. I think, we all have those moments where we're like, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. If I'm not on top of this, like, no one's gonna be here, I'm not gonna make the next big thing, or whatever it might be. And it's like, you know, we gotta take that time to stop and really like check our priorities, check why we're doing the things we do, like what is our why, like why do we do this, is this the most important thing right now in my life, or can I put it to the side for a little bit to enjoy the now? And so yeah, I just want to enjoy the now, enjoy and embrace the ones that I love, enjoy the people around me, my church family, my work family, uh, both jobs, both work families. I just want to enjoy my family and just enjoy the things that life has to offer. Those moments that you can never get back, the time that you can never get back. As you know, time is currency. And so, yeah, those are just the things. Hello, Alroy. Thank you for tuning in. And yes, Spain, definitely Spain. Where in Spain do you want to go? Because there are so many things in Spain. Let me tell you, I have a long list. Do you know how many countries there is? I'm going to bring that up. You know how many countries there are in the world? I had to Google this the other day because I was like, I don't know, like over 100, right? But we were looking it up on Google, and we were going through all of them. Altogether, there's like 193 countries. It is crazy. I was like, all right, let's go down this list. And then that's where it all began. We were at my job. We were looking up on the computer because it came up about, I don't even know how the conversation came up, but I was like, let's look about how many countries there are. I know how it came up. It's because if y'all know me, I like to ask crazy questions. I question things a lot. I'm always just being a fool, right? Always having fun, joking around. Sometimes that's not a good thing because, like, when I got hurt with my leg in softball, they just left me there for a few minutes because they thought I was joking around, but I wasn't. Your girl's leg was broken, and, I was just there lying dead. Okay, I wasn't dead, but I was there lying because I'm always messing around. So they're like, "Oh no, she's just joking. She didn't break her leg," but I did. I broke my leg. Well, anyways, I'm always messing around and joking around, and then I'm always asking questions, right? Like even at my church, like I started doing these like videos of like asking questions, and I did it to our guest last week where I just asked like random questions, and it's funny, or do like the finish the song lyrics, or just stuff like it's fun, right? Well, anyway, so that's how it got brought up because I think I asked a question about something, and then it came up about countries, and I was like, how many countries are there in the world? And everyone was trying to guess, and they're like, is that the right answer? And then at the end, I just started laughing. I was like, I don't know. I was like, let's look it up. I don't know how many countries there are. So, but there are so many places that are beautiful. Greece is definitely on one of my lists to do. Everywhere is on my list to go. Someone asked me the other day, like, where have you been? And I was trying to think on my list, where have I been? So, let's see. Wyoming, quit judging. Wyoming's another state. I've been to Wyoming, okay, y'all? I went there for a birthday party, and I went there to go see an MMA fight, alright? Y'all, Wyoming, that's what I went to Wyoming for. But Wyoming, I've been to New Mexico, of course. Every time I'm in New Mexico, I have to get Frito pies because Frito pies are the bomb. And there's this place called B&E, Southern New Mexico, that they have like these bomb burritos. They're so good. But New Mexico always has like great food. So I don't know. I'm a foodie too. I love to eat. So you put food in front of me, I'm gonna eat it. Okay. So that's just how I am. So if you don't want to lose your food, like don't put it in front of me. But New Mexico. Been to Florida, Miami. Miami was great. Loved Miami. I know a lot of people have differences about Miami. They're like, it's just the party club nightlife. But I went out there and I don't party and I don't club and I had the best time ever. Like Miami was amazing. I loved Miami. And the beach in Miami, beautiful, so beautiful. I love beaches. California, of course, California is always my baby. I love California. um, I go to California as much as I can. San Diego is one of my favorite places in California, though. I love San Diego. I love LA. um, I love the city life, although I would not want to live in the city life. I am a country girl at heart. So I love the city, but never live in the city. um, and New York, of course, been to New York. Um, Missouri, don't ask, but Missouri. Portland, Oregon. And I think, I don't know, there's probably more. That's all I can think of at the top of my head. You know how when you get put on the spot, you don't know where you go, everything's just a blur. But those are some places. But I just want to go to more places. Definitely, Tennessee is on my place. Nashville. Definitely want to go to Nashville. I think that would be exciting to go to. There's so many places I want to visit. So you have to let me know if you've been traveling. What are the best places to go to? What are the best things to do? Where have you been that you would recommend, and where have you been that you would not recommend? You know, because sometimes, right, it's like restaurants. People overhype a restaurant, and you get there and you're like, yeah, no, definitely not what everybody made this out to be. So I feel like traveling could be the same way. When you get there, it'd be like, no, not what everyone made this out to be. So traveling is definitely on the list this summer. So I'm excited for that. But I'm just excited and to see new things happen, new things to come, and just super grateful to be here. And, you know, I just want to share a little bit with you today. Like I said, if you have just joined in, sometimes things happen, and sometimes guests don't show up, and you just got to be prepared in and out of season. So today, I'm just sharing what I want to do this summer, and what I'm excited for this summer. Sharing our upcoming guests, upcoming interviews that have already happened that we'll be sharing. We'll be sending those out so you guys can see them on Ignite with Melissa or KUHSdenver.com. The stream. And so, you know, stay connected, stay tuned. There's so many things coming up, so many summer events coming up. So if you know of some great things this summer, you know of some awesome events that are going to be happening this summer, drop it in, send a message, comment it. I would love to know. We love to go to places. We love to go to concert series. We love to visit and just show up and be supportive. And so if you guys know anything, drop it. We want to hear it. We want to hear it from you. What are you guys doing? What's happening? What's out there? What's going on? And so, y'all, thank you for hanging out with me today. I'm just cutting it short today just because I can, okay? Like, you know, when they say it's my party, I can cry if I want to. It's my show, and I could cut it short if I want to. Just kidding. I love you guys, and thank you so much for always just hanging out with me and supporting me, supporting KUHS. And I wouldn't be able to do what I do without y'all. And, you know, I might not say it enough, but I appreciate you guys to the fullest. I appreciate you so much for letting me be able to share my heart, talk about the things that I want to talk about. And don't forget to put in the comments the topics and things that you want to talk about, because it is about you, our listeners, our viewers. We want content for you. And so, you know, don't be afraid to share it. Don't be afraid to send over a message if you don't want to put it in the comment. But I just appreciate you guys for letting me do what I do. I appreciate you, Hefe, for letting me come on here, do what I do. Even though, you know, he said I can't go on vacation. So y'all heard it here first. So if I don't get to make it on vacation, it's his fault, okay? I'm just saying it right now. No, I'm just joking. I'm going to take him with me. So then if everything shuts down, you'll know why, because he's going on vacation with me. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have an amazing weekend. The weather is supposed to, last time I checked, be amazing. So enjoy this beautiful weather. Maybe I'll be able to clean my car. We all know that I need that. Y'all, if you see my car, you'd be like, girl, I'm ashamed of you. I'm ashamed of myself, I know. But I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And before I head out today, I just want to remind you, if no one has told you today, that you have purpose, you are loved, and you belong. So don't forget that. And y'all, don't forget to tune in here every week on Friday at 4 p.m. Mountain Sexy Time. That's right, I said it. It's Mountain Sexy Time. That's what we like to call it here on KUHS Denver. But tune in on Ignite every Friday, 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And y'all, I'll be back next week with Charlie Fox. So stay connected. Stay connected for all the interviews with the ripped from the headlines, Tatiana Ali, some amazing people. So tune in. And thank y'all. Have a wonderful weekend. And it's me, your girl, signing out here on KUHSDenver.com, the stream. Love, peace, and God bless y'all.